3 minutes ago, things aren't looking good for Celine Dion. There was one moment in Celine Dion's documentary that I couldn't stop thinking about. It wasn't a standing ovation. It wasn't a song. It wasn't even on a stage. It was the moment she looked embarrassed by something she had absolutely no control over. And somehow, that hurt more than watching the illness itself. For decades, Celine Dion seemed untouchable. When she stepped onto a stage, everything felt effortless. The voice, the confidence, the smile that somehow reached the back row of every arena. Looking back now, that's what surprises me the most. While the world believed it was watching one of the strongest performers alive, Celine was quietly fighting a battle almost nobody knew existed. And she kept that battle hidden for years. Not months. Years. Most people think this story began in 2022, when she publicly revealed she had been diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. It didn't. Not even close. According to Celine herself, the symptoms had been following her for nearly 17 years before doctors finally gave them a name. 17 years. That changes everything. It means millions of fans were applauding performances without realizing the woman taking those bows was already wondering why her own body no longer behaved the way it always had. The first warning signs didn't appear where you'd expect. Not in her legs. Not in her hands. In her voice. Imagine that for a second. If you're one of the greatest singers in modern history, your voice isn't simply how you earn a living. It's part of your identity. It's the place where confidence lives. It's the thing people recognize before they even see your face. Then one day, it doesn't respond the way it always has. That must be terrifying. At first, Celine did what so many people do. She searched for ordinary explanations. Maybe she was exhausted. Maybe years of touring had finally caught up with her. Maybe she just needed rest. Honestly, those excuses sounded reasonable. After all, she had spent decades performing at a level very few artists could maintain. But underneath those explanations, something much more serious was quietly developing. To understand why losing her voice affected her so deeply, you have to go back much further. Long before Las Vegas. Long before Titanic. Long before Grammy Awards. She was a little girl growing up in Charlemagne, Quebec, the youngest of 14 children. 14. Just imagine the noise inside that house. Her family wasn't wealthy, but music was everywhere. Her father played the accordion. Her mother organized family performances. Nobody had to convince young Celine to sing. She wanted to. The stage almost felt like another room in the house. One thing I've always loved about her story is how early it all began. She wasn't waiting for adulthood to discover her dream. By the age of 5, she was already singing in front of real audiences. Not because someone forced her, because performing felt completely natural. Some artists spend years trying to overcome stage fright. Celine seemed to feel at home the moment she stepped under the lights. Then came one of those moments that could have disappeared forever, if one person hadn't listened carefully. When Celine was only 12, her brother sent a recording of her singing to music manager René Angelil. Most producers probably would have thanked the family politely and moved on. René couldn't. He heard something extraordinary. In fact, he believed in her so completely that he reportedly mortgaged his own house to finance her first album. Think about that. Not an investment backed by charts or statistics. Just faith. Pure faith. Looking back now, it feels almost impossible. But sometimes one person believing in you changes everything.